जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन। यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन। यमुनातीरावनचारी। यमुनातीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadramai Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Gauranitai Patita Pavana Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jai Vam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Aštotara Shat Śrīmad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravindra Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Vam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Aštotara Shat Śrīmad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem se kaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasa Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की नवदीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की अयोध्यापुरी धाम की द्वारकापुरी धाम की गंगा मय यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी वृंदा देवी श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की पतित पावन हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की कलियुग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की समवेत भक्त वृंद की Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Nitaya Gaura Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories unto Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Hare Krishna. So today we welcome you all for today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam session. So we are reading from second canto. The title name is The Cosmic Manifestation, Chapter 4, The Process of Creation. The text number is 20. So please repeat after me. Shriyapatir Yagnapati Prajapatir Dhyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapatihi Patir Gatis Chandhaka Vrishni Sattvatam Prasidatam me Bhagavan Satam Patihi Shriyapatir Yagnapati Prajapatir Dhyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapatihi Patir Gatis Chandaka Vrishni Sattvatam Prasidatam me Bhagavan Satam Patihi Shriyapatir Yagnapati Prajapati Dhyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapatihi Patir Gatis Chandaka Vrishni Sattvatam Prasidatam me Bhagavan Satam Patihi. Please recite. Shriyapatir Yagnapati Prajapatir Patir Gatis Chandaka Vrishni Sattvatam Prasidatam me Bhagavan Sattvatam Shriyapatir Yagnapatir Prajapatir Dhyam Patir Yagnapatir Anamadi Patir Gatis Chandaka Vrishni Sattvatam Patir Gatis Chandaka Satam Patihi Shriyapatir Yagnapati Prajapati Dhyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapatihi Patir Gatis Chandaka Vrishni Sattvatam Prasidatam me Bhagavan Satam Patihi Shriyapatir Yagnapatir Prajapati Dhyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapatihi Patir Gatis Chandaka Vrishni Sattvatam Prasidatam me Bhagavan Satam Patihi Shriyapatir Yagnapati Prajapati Dhyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapatihi Patir Gatis Chandaka Vrishni Sattvatam Prasidatam me Bhagavan Satam Patihi Shriyapatir Yagnapati Prajapati Dhyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapatihi पतिर्गतिश्चान्दकवृष्णिसात्वताम् प्रसीदतां मे भगवान् सतां गति। माता जी we offer praise. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Bhaktir Tamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamalini Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangrahe. So today's sloka is Canto 2nd, Chapter 4, Text 20. Shriya Patir Yagnapati Prajapatir Dhyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapatihi Patir Gatis Chandaka Vrishne Satvatam Prasidatam Me Bhagavan Satam Patihi. So we read word to word meaning and translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Shriyaha, all opulence, Patihi, the owner, Yajna, of sacrifice, Patihi, the director, Prajapatihi, the leader of all living entities, Dhyam, of intelligence, Patihi, the master, Lokapatihi, the proprietor of all planets, Dhara, earth, Patihi, the supreme, Patihi, head, Gatihi, destination, Cha, also, Andhaka, one of the kings of the Yadu dynasty, Vrishni, the first king of the Yadu dynasty, Satvatam, the Yadus, Prasidatam, be merciful, me, upon me, Bhagavan, Lord Sri Krishna, Satam, of all devotees, Patihi, the Lord. Translation: May Lord Sri Krishna, who is the worshipable Lord of all devotees, the protector and glory of all the kings like Andhaka and Vrishni of Yadu dynasty, the husband of all goddesses of fortune, the director of all sacrifices and therefore the leader of all living entities, the controller of all intelligence, the proprietor of all planets, spiritual and material, and the supreme incarnation on the earth, the supreme all in all, be merciful upon me. Please repeat. May Lord Sri Krishna, who is the worshipable Lord of all devotees, the protector and glory of all the kings like Andhaka and Vrishni of Yadu dynasty, the husband of all goddess of fortune, the director of all sacrifices and therefore the leader of all living entities, the controller of all intelligence, the proprietor of all planets, spiritual and material, and the supreme incarnation on the earth, the supreme all in all, be merciful upon me. So the purport is very big. So first we'll offer our prayers and we can discuss about this purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsta Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadu tam parijana sahitam krishna chaitanya devam shri radha krishna padan sagana lalita shri vishakhanvitamscha nama om vishnu padaya krishna preshtaya bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati iti namine Shri Varshabhanavi Deve Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasiddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Shakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambode Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gauravirbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannadayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Suratau Pangur Mama Mandamater Gate Matsarva Swapadambo Jau Radha Madana Mohanau Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrimada Śrīmad Ratnagara Simhasanastau Śrīmad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preshta Libi Sevyamanav Smarami Shriman Rasarasarambhi Vamsi Vatatastitaha Karshan Venu Swaner Gopir Gopinata Shriyastunah Tapta Kankshana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome you all once again. So please, so I offer my respectful obeisances all the Vaishnava devotees of who are assembled here. So I don't have any qualification to speak about this transcendental knowledge, but my superior's instruction. So I'm trying to give whatever that I heard from the seniors. So I'm just presenting here. So please bless me. Hare Krishna. So purport, we will read this purport. So Prabhupada given very big purport here. Since Sukadeva Goswami is one of the prominent Gata Vyalikas who are freedom from all misconceptions, he therefore express his own realized perception of Lord Shri Krishna as being the sum total of all perfection, the personality of Godhead. Everyone is seeking the favor of the goddess of fortune, but people don't know that Lord Shri Krishna is the beloved husband of all goddess of fortune. In the Brahma Samhita it is said that the Lord in his transcendental about Goloka Vrindavana. So what is that sloka? चिंतामणि प्रकरसद्मषु कल्पवृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तं लक्ष्मी सहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. So here Brahma Samhita it is stated that he is accustomed to herding the Surabhi cows and is served there by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. All these goddesses of fortune are manifestations of his transcendental pleasure potency, Hladini Shakti. So we know that Srimati Radharani is the internal potency of Lord Sri Krishna, Hladini Shakti, in his internal energy. And when the Lord manifested himself on this earth, he partially displayed the activities of his pleasure potency in his Rasa Leela just to attract the conditioned souls who are all after the Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Sudarshan ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So just to attract the conditioned souls who are all after the Panthas Magoria, pleasure potency in degraded sex enjoyment. So in this material world, the people, they all think about that sex life is the happiest life, the pleasure. So if one can want to the happiest life, they want to enjoy in the sex life. In this material world, the people who are in condition. The pure devotees of the Lord, like Sukadeva Goswami, who was completely detached from the abominable sex life of the material world, discussed this act of the Lord's pleasure potency, certainly not in relation to sex, but to relish a transcendental taste inconceivable to the mundaners who are after sex life. Sex life in the mundane world is the root cause of being conditioned by the shackles of illusion. And certainly Sukadeva Goswami was never interested in the sex life of the mundane world, nor does the manifestation of the Lord's pleasure potency have any connection with such degraded things. So we see that like Sukadeva Goswami doesn't have any desires in the material world. He doesn't want to become, get out of from his mother's womb. So he says like, is saying to his father, I will be in the womb of my mother, so and then I will remember the Lord in my mother's womb only. So when the Krishna said, you can come out and this material desires and this Maya will not affect on you. So when Krishna said that, then Sukadeva Goswami came out from his mother's womb. And then after that we know that he ran away towards forest. He didn't stay in that even the house. So he ran away from the house. And then after when Vyasadeva sent his disciples, so bring my son back. So then after that he started this, he learned about this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and he started speaking about this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So Sukadeva Goswami, the pure devotees, never doesn't have any material desires. So in this material world, they always seek the pleasure of the Lord. So not our own pleasures. Here we can see like Lord Chaitanya was a strict sannyasi, so much so that he did not allow any woman to come near him, not even to bow down and offer respects. He never even heard the prayers of the Devadasis offered in the temple of Jagannatha, because a sannyasi is forbidden to hear songs sung by the fair sex. Yet even the rigid position of a sannyasi, he recommended the mode of worship preferred by the gopis of Vrindavana as the topmost loving service possible to be rendered to the Lord. And Srimati Radharani is the principal head of all such goddess of fortune, and therefore she is the pleasure counterpart of the Lord and is non-different from Krishna. In the Vedic rituals, there are recommendations for performing different types of sacrifice in order to achieve the greatest benefit in life. Such benedictions as the result of performing great sacrifices are, after all, favors given by the goddess of fortune, and the Lord being the husband or lover of the goddess of fortune, is factually the lord of all sacrifices also. He is the final enjoyer of all kinds of yajna. Therefore, Yagnapati is another name of Lord Vishnu. It is recommended in the Bhagavad Gita that everything be done for the Yagnapati, Yagnatat Karmanaha. For otherwise, one's acts will be the cause of conditioning by the law of material nature. So even there is another sloka also, it is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So I am the result of all yagnas. I am the owner of this all yagnas. All the whatever you offering the sacrifices, you offer to me. So I am the maintainer of this. Those who are not freed from all misconceptions, Velikam, perform sacrifices to please the minor demigods, but the devotees of the Lord know very well that Lord Sri Krishna is the supreme enjoyer of all performances of sacrifice. Therefore, they perform this Sankirtana Yajna, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, which is specially recommended in this age of Kali. So in the Bhagavad Gita it is stated that those who are like mundane people, those who don't have faith on the Krishna, they worship demigods for the fulfill their desires, not fulfill the desires of Lord Sri Krishna. They want to fulfill their desires. That's why they worship different demigods. So and Krishna said, those who have material desires, they worship demigods and they don't come to me. Because the people, they know actually, if we go to Krishna, Krishna will take away from us everything. So whatever we have, Krishna will take us. Even in the beginning days of devotees, we have that experience. So even in the age of Kali, the main performance of the Sankirtana Yajna is Sankirtanam, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Even last month we went to Dwaraka. So we did so much Sankirtan, every village, every town, we distributed books and we did 4 hours, 5 hours Nagar Sankirtan. So people are also, by hearing this holy name, slowly they will become purified and they will become a devotees, even not in this life, but next life they will become a devotees. So that's why actually Prabhupada telling about this age of Kali, Sankirtana Yajna is very important. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, which is specially recommended in this age of Kali. In Kali Yuga, performance of other types of sacrifice is not feasible due to insufficient arrangements and inexpected priesthood. So here Prabhupada telling about this performance of other types of sacrifices. So we know that we can't go to forest to do tapasya and we can't do sacrifices like Asvamedha Yajna, Rajashuvi Yajnas. So we can't do because there is no perfect priesthood also. There are actually inexpected priesthood. So they are like not qualified, the Brahmanas, those who are in this age of Kali, so-called Brahmanas. They don't have any qualification. We have information from the Bhagavad Gita 3.10 and 11 that Lord Brahma, after giving rebirth to the conditioned souls within the universe, instructed them to perform sacrifices and to lead a prosperous life. With such sacrificial performances, the conditioned souls will never be in difficulty in keeping body and soul together. Ultimately, they can purify their existence by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. They will find natural promotion into spiritual existence, the real identity of the living being. A conditioned soul should never give up the practice of sacrifice, charity and austerity in any circumstances. So here Prabhupada telling, so a conditioned soul should never give up the practice of doing charity and sacrifices and austerity in any circumstances. Wherever you are, you do some charity, whatever you have. So even nowadays, people are earning so much lakhs and lakhs and they are keeping in the bank account savings. But what will happen? Any one of the time, even recently we heard about our Venkata Swami Prabhu also found the so much, some crores of rupees. Nityananda Prabhu said that. So like keeping the money is not very important. Whatever we have, Prabhupada said, simple living, high thinking. Whatever we have, we should happy with that. Even in that, we give the charity. So charity is very important for the pleasure of the Lord. And we need to do some sacrifice. So like we are in the material world, we see the people are very attached with the families, relatives, like mother, father, daughter, sisters, brothers, friends. But there is no use. At the end of the death, no one will come and protect you. So that is actually Prabhupada telling here. The aim of all such sacrifices is to please the Ignapati. So whatever that sacrifice we do, we need to please the Ignapati. So that is also one of the name of Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Therefore, the Lord is also Prajapati. So he is the protector of all living entities. So that why Krishna's another name is also Prajapati. According to the Katha Upanishad, the one Lord is the leader of the innumerable living entities. From the ant to elephant, Krishna is feeding everyone. So he can feed us also if we depend on Lord Krishna himself. The living entities are maintained by the Lord. Eko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman. The Lord is therefore called the Supreme Bhuta Bhrit, or maintainer of all living beings. Living beings are proportionately endowed with intelligence in terms of their previous activities. All living beings are not equally endowed with the same quality of intelligence, because behind such development of same quality of intelligence, is the controller of the Lord is there. So Lord is providing intelligence to one person, each and everyone also, not only one. He is providing this intelligence to everyone to know about him. Not about like how to I can advance in this material world, how can I go to other spaces like moon planet, any other planets. So that is not our real intelligence. Krishna giving that intelligence for know about him, like know about soul, who I am. As declared in the Bhagavad Gita 15.15 as Paramatma. So what is that sloka? Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. So he is that, he is living in everyone's heart as a Paramatma. Super soul, the Lord is living in everyone's heart, and from him only does one's power of remembrance, knowledge, and sharply remember forgetfulness also. So Krishna is providing forgetfulness also. Follow matta smritir gnanam apohanam cha. One person can sharply remember past activities by the grace of the Lord, while others cannot. For example, Arjuna. So even Krishna said in that Kurukshetra battlefield of the war, so he said, so every yuga, so we take birth both together, and I know that whatever we did, but Arjuna, you doesn't have, because now you are in the condition. So that why. So Krishna providing even forgetfulness also. One is highly intelligent by the grace of the Lord, and one is a fool by the same control. Therefore, the Lord is Dhyampati, or the Lord of intelligence. The conditioned souls strive to become lords of the material world. Everyone is trying to lord it over the material nature by applying his highest degree of intelligence. Even we have seen that His Grace Sheetalanga Prabhu also said, everyone want to become a lord in this material world. I want to boss of everyone. I want to be millionaire and trillionaire. So I want to rule this entire world. I want to rule this nation. I want to rule this state, this country, this village or this city. So everyone have that desire. I want to become a lord. So that is actually very foolishness. This misuse of intelligence by the conditioned soul is called madness. So Prabhupada also telling is like they are those who have that intelligence, if they are using properly, they are intelligence. If they are not using properly, they are into madness. They called as a madness. One's full intelligence should be applied to get free from the material clutches. But the conditioned soul, due to madness only, engages his full energy and intelligence in sense gratification, and to achieve this end of life, he willfully commits all sorts of misdeeds. The result is that instead of attaining an unconditional life of full freedom, the mad conditioned soul is entangled again and again different types of bondage in material bodies. Everything we see in the material manifestation is but the creation of the Lord. Therefore, he is the real proprietor of everything in the universes. The conditioned soul can enjoy a fragment of this material creation under the control of the Lord, but not self-sufficiently. This is the instruction in the Ishopanishad. One should be satisfied with things awarded by the Lord of the universe. It is out of madness only that one tries to encroach upon another's share of material possessions. The Lord of the universe, out of his causeless mercy upon the conditioned soul, descends by his own energy, Atma Maya, to re-establish the eternal relation of the conditioned souls with him. He instructs all to surrender unto him, instead of falsely claiming to be enjoyers of a certain limit under his control. So in the Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter 66 verse we see that Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam praja. So please surrender unto me, better to like claiming to be enjoyer of material clutches, and don't become like a madman. He, when he so descends, he proves how much greater is his ability to enjoy, and he exhibits his power of enjoyment by, for instance, marrying 16,000 wives at once. So Krishna married 16,000 wives at one time. So here Prabhupada telling the conditioned soul is very proud of becoming the husband of even one wife. But the Lord laughs at this. The intelligent man can know who is the real husband. Factually, the Lord is the husband of all the women in his creation. But a conditioned soul under the control of the Lord feels proud to be the husband of one or two wives. All these qualifications as the different types of pati mentioned in this verse are meant for Lord Sri Krishna, and Sukadeva Goswami has therefore especially mentioned the pati and gati of the Yadu dynasty. The members of the Yadu dynasty knew that Lord Sri Krishna is everything, and all of them intended to return to the Lord Krishna after he had finished his transcendental pastimes on the earth. The Yadu dynasty was annihilated by the will of the Lord because its members had to return home with the Lord. The annihilation of the Yadu dynasty was a material show created by the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, the Lord and the members of the Yadu dynasty are all eternal associates. The Lord is therefore the guide of all devotees, and as such, Sukadeva Goswami offered him due respects with love-laden feelings. So this is actually, this purport is the words of Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada given very nicely explanation about this material world, and even so we see this actually Sukadeva Goswami glorification. Sukadeva Goswami is glorifying this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and he first offering the prayers to the Lord. So in the first canto we see that, so Sukadeva Goswami said about the creation, and now actually he is starting to speak about Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam to Pariksit. So and he offering that obeisances first to the Lord with love laden feelings. So from the heart of he obeisances his prayers to the Lord. That even in this material world we see that the people are thinking that I am the boss, so whatever I want to do, I do. So they will not give respect to the Lord also. If they come to temple, they will not paying obeisance. They will not pay obeisances to the Lord. They just come and they just stand in front of the Lord. They pray to the Lord whatever they want, their desires, and they will go. So that is actually not referable. So Prabhupada telling that everyone should remember Lord always. So even we have seen always remember Krishna, don't forget Krishna. So it is Prabhupada mentioned here in his purports. So even this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the essence of all the Vedas. So in the first canto, second chapter, third verse, if you open Prabhuji. One point 2.3. So here we can see that, yes, anyone can recite this? Swanubhavam akila shruti saramekam adhyatmadhipam atitidirsha satam namodam samsarinam karuna purana guhyam tam vyasasunam upayami gurum munina. So in this translate, so let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, Suka, the spiritual master of all sages, the son of Vyasadeva, who out of his great compassion for those gross materialists who struggle to cross over the darkest regions of material existence, spoke this most confidential supplement to the cream of Vedic knowledge after having personally assimilated it by experience. So this is actually personal experience of Sukadeva Goswami, and actually it is samsarinam karunaya purana guhyam. So this is actually for that those who are materially bonded, this residents of material world. So by the compassion for the compassion of the conditioned soul, Sukadeva Goswami speaking this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And here is the purport also. We saw that Sukadeva Goswami is discussing about Rasalila. So even Sukadeva Goswami is very detached with this mundane rasas. So that's why even those who are like pure devotees of the Lord, even for example Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have seen in this purport, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never allowed the women near to him to give respect and paying obeisances also. Because so even in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's like the word is said like, what about speak about that seeing the woman form, even if I think about the wooden form of woman, I will become agitated. So that's why actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never allowed the woman near to him. So even for example we see like Goswamis, so sannyasis also, they go to the Grahastha's house and they will take only the cup of milk, so cow, by giving the cow, and after that they leave from there. So that is actually not recommended for the sannyasis. They can't stay so much time in the house of the Grahasthas, even in the material people. So even we can see here in this verse, Prasidatam me Bhagavan Satam Patihi. So he is the Lord of all worshipable lords. So Krishna is the Lord of all worshipable lords. And then so here Prabhupada also is giving that. So he is Patihi. He is the husband of fortune, goddess of fortune. So like even Brahma Samhita, so we saw that Krishna is worshipping by so many Lakshmis, hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis. So they are serving the lotus feet of Lord. So in this material world, the conditioned souls, people are thinking that this 30 by 40 square feet of land is mine, this house is my name, this property is mine, this car is mine. So we are thinking is everything is mine. So because of we don't using this intelligence for the pleasure of the Lord, we are using that intelligence for our own pleasure. So that's why actually we are in this material world. So even I have heard about this lecture from His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So Maharaj is saying like he quoted one sloka from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, like the sloka is Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Khami. Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami. Bhukti means one who want desires, one who perform such an devotional service and they expect some things from the Lord. So they call as Bhukti. And Mukti, the people, they do sacrifices and they merge with the Lord. They want to become with the Lord. So the people want to liberation. They called as Mukti. And Siddhi, the people, they do so much austerity, tapasya, they want to become like a mystic yogi to control these all senses. And then they offer that whatever they gain, they use for the pleasure of the Lord. And then we can see that Kami. So Kami is the means it is lusty. So the part of the Bhukti, Mukti and Siddhi, Kami, they realize of these Siddhis, they realize these 8 mystic perfections which are known as Siddhi, and one who is endeavored to be lusty, they called as a Kami. So even here we can see that in that sloka, what is saying? Krishna Bhakta Niskama Ata Eva Shanta Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Sakali Ashanta. The devotees of the Lord Shri Krishna, they are always Shanta, peaceful. Why? Because they don't have any desires. But here Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami, they are Sakali Ashanta. Why? They are always having such desires. So I want to become this, I want to become that. That's why they are always Ashanta, not peaceful. And this so for example, we can see this, the life about, we spoke about this life of Sukadeva Goswami. So how he has actually doesn't have any material desires, he doesn't want to come out of the mother's home of, and then finally when Krishna given that statement, you can come out and speak about this knowledge, transcendental knowledge of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So like that, we can understand from this pastime, so everything is the pleasure and protection of the Lord only. Whatever that we are getting, that is the pleasure of the Lord. Whatever we are having now, like a prasadam, and like we are in the house of Srila Prabhupada. So because of Prabhupada's mercy and by the pleasure of will of the Lord, we are here. Even in this material world, we see that so many people, they are struggling outside because they want to become an enjoyer. So they don't want to serve the Lord. So but those who have the desire to serve the Lord, they can become a devotees. So we have that opportunity to serve the Lord, and Krishna is the Pati. He is the pleasure of everything. So he is the owner of and enjoyer of everything. So for that, so we need to serve the Lord Shri Krishna and Srila Prabhupada and our parampara and our seniors. So I can end here. So if you have any questions and comments, please. Microphone.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So I heard from you that you said that whoever wants to advance in spiritual life, the intelligence is given by Krishna only.
Yes.
So, and whoever wants to advance in material life, the intelligence is not given by Krishna.
That is also given by Krishna. So that is also in the mention in the purport. So he giving even forgetfulness. Krishna providing forgetfulness because they are forgetting Krishna. So they are using their intelligence, whatever they have, limited that intelligence, they are using for their own sense gratification. Got the answer?
Yes.
Any other questions or comments? Thank you very much. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समवेत भक्त वृंद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।